the Jason Birder. So we were a genie, gin and tonic.
Oh, that's quite nice.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fireside Podcast. Wait, what
we're
is
not that
it?
We're BoilerSide now. We're by the boiler.
BoilerSide?
Yeah, because we're on a train.
Hello,
now.
everybody, and welcome to the Downgrade Podcast.
We haven't exactly got the channel up and running yet, so it's a bit, how should we say, fishwooey?
BoilerSide?
Yeah, it's a train, you know, trains have boilers.
Yeah, well, the true name of this is
Why don't we call it the Caboose Noose?
I think that's for you.
The Caboose Noose?
Hang around with the Caboose Noose.
We can have the Caboose Noose. The Caboose Noose is good. The Caboose, that'll add it to my notes. That'll be added to my notes.
British people say caboose. It sounds so funny. Say it again.
Yeah, caboose.
Caboose Noose?
It's like
Caboose Noose.
Caboose Noose.
This is like worse than the Canadian saying it.
All right, we have many interesting topics, but first I'm going to let my guests introduce themselves.
This is complete hijacking.
Well, yeah,
and
it's a train.
I don't see you doing much. I don't see you doing much about it.
I'm hijacking your train.
Yeah, our train is going all over the place. It is.
I'm like
basically
the ISIS of podcasts.
It's not. We haven't even laid the
up.
Yeah, we haven't even laid the tracks yet, and already we're just rolling down the hill. We're rolling down the hill with no tracks, no brakes, no. We haven't even got the boiler pressure up. We're just going down the hill, just right down the goddamn hill to nothing. Is nothing big a place? It is now.
Pretty much life, isn't it?
It's life and all. Ah, we've got Ogre here.
I got my first death threat online.
Oh. Welcome to the club.
Hello, Ogre. And Shikaki tells everyone that he's just got his first death threat. Tell us about your death threat, Shikaki.
Because they sent me a death threat, and I'm like, joke's on you. I've been trying to kill myself for 2 years.
Wait, you've got your first death threat? It's all Ogre now.
I know.
Yeah, it's all Ogre.
It's all Ogre.
You're in the swamp. You're in the swamp now, kiddo.
Joke's on you. That's not a threat. That's a promise. I went to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. They're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, I just want you to fuck my shit up, fam."
Yeah.
Part of me wishes that I had a terminal illness, just so in the Make-A-Wish Foundation, when they ask me what I want, I'm like, the cure, duh.
So that's what you're going to do. What you need to do is you need to go out, share some needles with some heroin addicts, get some diseases, then fake your age. When John Cena turns up, you just say to it. So
6'4" masculine, just walk over there. I'm 12. Hey, you can't ask questions. It worked for the Syrians.
Exactly. You just say you're an immigrant. So your long flowing, flowing beard is the mark of a hard life.
La la la. Yo.
Well, this show's off the tracks already.
It was never on the tracks.
There's kind of a point there.
We haven't built the tracks yet. So anyway, the BoilerSide Podcast. We got.
What is the topic? So I just know what I absolutely cannot talk about.
What you can't talk about. We're trying to steer away from politics, but who are we kidding? Who are we kidding?
Why am I here then?
Well, I think the reason is because he hates Pokemon. So.
Pokemon isn't politics. Actually, I did call it though. Haven't you noticed that all of the protests ended as soon as the new Pokemon game came out?
Yep.
Like that Friday, it came out. Literally the next day, no more protests.
Oh no!
I guess George Soros didn't have enough money to fund him away from Pokemon.
I would say that's more in line with the Final Fantasy 15 launch. Because you can drive across town with your friends and...
yes, the Game Boy Band game that actually is surprisingly okay.
No,
How much money do you think I would...
Do you remember when people were saying, yeah, when Destiny's going to come out, all this shit is going to end?
Oh, yeah.
The fools. The silly fools.
They trusted Bungie.
They trusted Ubisoft.
I thought Bungie did Destiny.
Yeah, but they had a publisher, didn't they? Who was their publisher?
I don't know. Bungie was
Activision. Oh, even worse. They trusted Activision.
I can't believe that people are still buying games on launch. Like, every single time people are like, oh my god, this game runs horribly. I'm like, well, Didn't stop you from buying it, did it?
Yeah, I'll say this. When I finally decided to install Final Fantasy 15, I actually was going to download it. Then someone actually gave me a free disc because they got it for Xbox when the person they bought it for does not have an Xbox, they have a PlayStation. So I went, yes, I will take it off your hands for free, you person with more money than me. Put it in, and installed it, and good God, those are so huge patches.
Yeah,
At least 10 gigs worth of patches if you want.
Had I think a 56 gigabyte patch on launch or something. Like I remember it being just abnormally huge.
That's nearly the size of fucking Doom. Jesus.
Yeah, what's the point of having what's the point of having a physical disc?
I know, they just didn't finish the game. Why didn't they just delay it? Like
they had 72 years.
I have a plan. When I'm going to release my game, I'm going to make it sure that it's absolutely bug-free, and then I'm going to offer a patch that's going to be 15 terabytes and does nothing.
Yeah, because you don't want to be left out. You know, the people
make it do some arbitrary thing that only people who have OCD would get. Like, this makes it so that all the picture frames in every house are straight.
No. See, what it's going to be doing is it's going to be exclusive to consoles, and it's going to change it so that from now on, to play the game, a keyboard is required. You don't actually use the keyboard. You just have to plug it in and prove you own one.
I actually think keyboards are going to be a big part of the next generation in consoles. I know a lot of people question me on that, and I don't think it'll be like a full-fledged keyboard, but I think the next controllers are going to resemble mouse keyboard a lot more than these.
Well, I mean, you already have
to remember that in the current way that things work, current consoles, especially the Xbox, which I think has it native as well, they can all support mouse and keyboard. It's just up to the publisher and the game designer to put it in. It's not hard, but it's up to them.
Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be more of a thing in the next one, though, because they just keep on progressing more and more towards a PC that you plug into your TV.
It's just a major troll on people, basically, for these hardcore console gamers that don't own a mouse and keyboard. It's like, look, you just have to plug it in. You don't actually have to use it. It's just about proving you own one.
Well, I heard the thing with Xbox One doing cross-platform play so that people who played on the Xbox One play against people on the PC. There are so many games where that's such a huge disadvantage.
Exactly, like
any first-person shooter.
Yeah, I was gonna say stuff like the new Halo and shit. That's gonna basically blow them out of the water.
Don't forget about setting macros on your keyboard to do combos in certain games.
Oh god, I love it when some console fanatics are telling me, actually, it's a sign of more skill if you use a controller, and I said, okay, so.
Enjoy your game.
You're fighting against a handicap, therefore it's more skill.
Take your hand and stuff it in this wood chipper for a moment, then you're going to be really, no scope 360 super elite.
By the way, when is the Steam Winter Sale? Has that started yet?
I don't think there is a sale on, but there's always a sale on.
I think it's on at least 10 or 15 days before Christmas. I think that's how it usually
we're
works.
at the 15 days before Christmas, Mark.
All right, so it's going to be at 10 days before.
God, can you guys believe that 2016 is almost over? I wonder what the last surprise is going to be.
It's probably like
Satan coming out of the earth and saying Christianity is actually true.
No, reptilians.
Hello, my name is proof.
No, what will happen is that Satan, God will descend from the heavens, go, the Jews were right, and just leave again.
Actually, the Mormons were right.
Yeah, Mormons.
The Mormons are the only guys who really got it right. Come on, people. And Apple is crashing in.
Crashing into the...
Okay, so I have video games.
Oh,
yeah, me. That's a lot of crack.
There's a lot of crack.
Have you got headphones?
Please stop using your microphone as a suppository.
I'm sorry, these are the only headphones I have right now, and they have a mic. So I'm going to go ahead and go buy a pair that doesn't have a mic. I will be right back.
All right.
Yep.
May the force be with you. Okay, so Capcom has announced that they want to bring old franchises back.
Well, that makes sense. They just released a new trailer to NBC.
So my thinking is, obviously Mega Man isn't coming back. What do you guys think are going to be coming back?
Well, I mean, not like classic Mega Man. They'll probably do.
No,
like,
I say Mega Man's not coming back because that would be making money. That would be a smart move.
That's true. They did do Marvel vs. Capcom, which will lean in a little bit.
Yeah,
of
and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 4 will also be coming out next year to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting
Ultimate Capcom versus Marvel Infinite 2.
I mean, I tell people that, and they think that I'm joking, but that's literally what happened with number 3. They came out in the same year, 6 months apart.
But I always think you're choking.
Yeah, it also happens with the Monster Hunter games sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just like, I was telling one of my friends, you might as well just wait for the Ultimate Edition. He's like, no, I want to get it on launch. I'm like, well, you now have forfeit the right to complain when they do a new one.
Well,
this is now your fault.
Enjoy your locked on disc content.
Oh, I don't know.
That may not even be released when they do the sequel.
Oh, God. All right, here's what I think.
So, I'm just going to say the game franchise I want them to bring back is a game called Gotcha Force, which plays a lot like, I think it was called Power Stone on the Dreamcast.
Oh, yeah, Power Stone.
Gotcha Force is a lot like that. It's a mesh between Pokemon and Transformers, kind of, where there's like a bunch of little alien. It's Transformers story, but it's a collect them all like Pokemon. But it plays like a beat 'em up, not an RPG.
From what I can tell of all the games that I want them to do, it's like maybe another Final Fight, because I loved Final Fight when I was a wee lad.
I think it'll be Strider, personally.
Yeah, Strider would work. Because they did do an HD remake of the first one.
Because the thing is, the ninja fad hasn't died yet.
Nah.
There's still a lot of ninjas.
Well, especially ever since that Metal Gear Rising game.
It's not as big as it was when the ninja fad was literally so big that the biggest YouTube channel was like Ask a Ninja, and Naruto was like one of the biggest anime, but it's still big.
Yeah, it's still pretty big.
I think basically what I'd like them to do,
game.
I don't want them to bring back the old franchises, don't really mind. I would just like them to do their current franchises, but do them well. I'd kill for
Don't they
Resident
only
Evil
have
game.
2 current franchises? Do they have anything other than Devil May Cry and Street Fighter?
Well, Devil May Cry, we don't really...
Resident Evil?
Running? Well,
Devil May Cry, fuck edition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Featuring
Devil May
from
Cry.
Fuck.
Devil May Cry, even more baffling, but people will still
They have
play
Resident Evil, they have Street Fighter. I remember when
Yeah.
Capcom was so high on drugs that they said that they want Resident Evil to be as big as Mario. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
it. Not anymore, it's not.
Well, I mean, there's nothing they could have done. Zombies, first of all, children don't really like zombies. Mario is popular because kids get it at a young age and keep with it their entire lives.
Disney
yeah.
effect, the Disney effect.
Yeah, and not a lot of kids jump on the zombie bandwagon. So I think that was their problem. Now, Street Fighter, they probably, if they invested enough time and resources into it, they probably could have had another Mario on their hands.
Oh, the problem
What
is
they should have done with that.
They cocked up Street Fighter themselves. They actually
What
brought it
I
back
think-
with 4. They brought it back with 4, and 5, they just disappointed the planet and a half.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't actually release a game. They released a demo. But it was a $60 demo. But I
And they
think
didn't
what
have
they
a-
really should be doing is
And they didn't have
expanding
a
the
lot of
Street
consoles.
Fighter
They had it
universe. Kind of like have a
Mortal
game-
Kombat tried that. It didn't work at all.
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat's characters are all Scorpion in a different colored costume. Street Fighter actually has a bit of diversity in it.
Say that
Yeah.
about Tanner, and I'll mess you up, lad. I'll mess you up for that one.
Scorpion
I
in
will fight-
other
I
colored
will-
costumes.
Yeah,
It's
that is-
objectively true. When Mortal Kombat first came out, they didn't have
Yeah.
the budget. It was Scorpion in different colored costumes.
Hey, Johnny Cage, man. You got Johnny Cage, you had Sonya, you had Liu Kang.
Scorpion without a costume is Johnny Cage.
Scorpion without a costume.
And then there
like
was Black
Knuckles.
Scorpion with robot arms.
actually,
Scorpion-
Then you have Scorpion with tits.
Actually,
Yeah.
the dude who played Liu Kang, that was the Scorpion without the gear on.
That was Asian.
What I'm
Scorpion.
saying is there is a large quantity of
That was
Scorpions in Mortal
Scorpion.
Kombat.
Asian Scorpion. Scorpion is Asian Scorpion.
Asian stereotype Scorpion.
More of the Bruce Lee.
Oh, and Bruce Lee's cousin, Scorpion.
Anyway, I think they should be expanding the universe a bit more, making games that are more featuring, like they could have a Ryu versus Akuma style game or something that, I don't know. I feel like they could be doing a lot more Street Fighter than they are. That being said, they would probably have to finish Street Fighter 5 first because it's not done yet.
I think the way they see it, the way their idea of expanding the universe is through spin-offs. Like you have the Marvel versus Capcom series, which they see as like a spin-off of Street Fighter, and you also have stuff like a little side things like remember Project X Zone for the 3DS.
Yeah, and Project X Zone 2.
Yeah, those two. Those were kind of like little spin-offs. It's less that they want to make full-on spin-off games, because they have done that before. But it's more that they want to insert their characters with other, properties that they own or collaborate with.
You know what would be funny to see come back, just because it would just be hilarious to me. The Capcom franchise known as Dino Crisis.
Oh, that'd be quite nice.
Will they bring that back? Well, no,
I still think the one there. Now, obviously, they are actually going to be doing more Mega Man, but I think it'll be Mega Man and Strider are the two that they're bringing back, and that'll probably be it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, because they prominently showed off Mega Man X in the Marvel vs. Capcom trailer.
Well, they had to. If they didn't have Mega Man in it, then Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite wouldn't outsell Super Smash Bros. 4.
Yeah.
When they actually when they say they're bringing out old franchises, did they set up any specific era,
They just said old franchise. Like, they were very vague about it, and I think they were vague about it because I think they want fans to be hyped for certain things and then gauge that with what they're going to bring out.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to bring back Fox Hunt. God, that's going to be a killer.
Yeah. I mean, it's a tried and true marketing tactic.
I will say, what I'm very interested in seeing with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is if they're going to tone it down from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Because that is a game that had a skill ceiling. Like, it was just the steepest skill curve ever. Because you just had to learn infinite combos, basically.
Yeah, those were light pain.
You had to be really good with Frank West if you wanted to win with him.
Don't forget about Virgil.
Oh, yeah.
Virgil, to me, was GG, no re, easy.
Yeah, Virgil was on every team. I actually went to EVO and we watched the UMVC 3 tournament, and pretty much every team had a Virgil. What I was surprised about was I don't know that much about Capcom. Jill is the succubus, right? No. Who's the succubus? Morgan?
Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan.
Morgan was very strong from what I saw, but it looked very hard to use.
Yeah, she's one of those like high-risk, high-reward characters. Like, she doesn't have that much health, but she does actually have a lot in terms of attack power.
Now, what do we think the chances of Darkstalkers coming back are?
That's always... I will say quite high, because if you want your fan base to be hyped, is a franchise that the fans still keep clamoring for, even after all these years.
I think
if they do Darkstalkers Mega Man, then Capcom would at least be looked at more positively than Konami, for whatever that's worth.
Well, I mean,
that's not a very high bar to set now, is it?
It's not even a bar, really.
It's not a bar that they managed to climb, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say one thing. I haven't played Street Fighter 5 or Metal Gear Solid 5, but it looked like Metal Gear Solid 5 got a much better reception than Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, I mean,
Street Fighter 5 had the problem that they were going with several things. One, they have that stupid console exclusive nonsense, which no one...
Two, it wasn't finished.
They
didn't have an arcade mode in it.
It's not. People said to me, it's not an Xbox, but it's on PC. It's like, yeah, I'm going to sit on my couch with my friend and wheel my PC into the room. Thanks.
Oh, well, there's also that, and there's a character, Jury, and apparently all of her kick moves, you can grab her right as the hitbox is about to hit you.
Oh, yeah.
She can't hit you.
I thought this was
All
going to
of
get
our
really
picks.
weird up.
Balancing issues. The
Yeah, weird.
entire competitive scene is basically revolving around 4 characters.
Oh yeah.
Wait, which ones?
Chun-Li, or Chun-Li. Who's the name of the? I think it's not Vega. It's the guy who has the teleportation.
That would be M. Bison.
Not M. Bison. He covers half of the
So
space.
Yoga
basically,
Fire.
Isn't he?
covers
Vega?
half of
That's
space with
Dalsim.
No, he's white.
Oh, well then, I don't know.
His,
he's a new guy.
ultimate
He's a
attack
new
is like an energy blade thing from his hand, like a karate chop with energy.
Oh, he must be one of the new characters.
He
Does
is
he have
new.
a hat?
He
Does
doesn't
have a
have
hat?
a hat. He has a half mask, but it's not Vega.
Oh, I can picture him in my mind,
Okay,
but I have no idea.
Chun-Li, Mika the wrestler, and Guile gets fringe play. Those are like the 4 characters that it revolves around right now.
I'm sure they haven't worked Dan into there somehow. It's getting Dan into be the.
Dan's not even in the fucking game.
That's okay. Screw it. I'm not interested.
Yeah. Street Fighter 4 worst game of all Street Fighters. Drop it.
What if
Is that
Dan was
Dan?
in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 4, though? That'd be pretty
I would
sweet.
buy it.
But
I'd
that'd be
buy it.
alright.
I think it would be funny if they made it so, who was the chick in Marvel that wore the shirt for Ask Me About My Feminist Agenda?
What?
What?
Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't remember her.
She should
name,
be
but-
like their version of Super Smash Brothers Sandbag.
What the
I
hell?
was going to say that Street Fighter 4 is probably my favorite Street Fighter game outside of 2. So.
I don't like Street Fighter.
I like 3 the best. Three
Really?
was just amazing.
Wow, bold prediction. Bold proclamation.
Prediction.
Sorry.
Bold prediction.
Mr.
Hey, and in
Proclamation.
2001, there are going to be Twin Towers falling down.
I may be. Hey, it's beginning with P. All right, multi-syllabic. I'm not good with words.
Bold penis. Wait, it starts with a P.
Pontification.
Personally, I have a italicized penis.
Yes.
Mm.
The feminine penis. Anyway,
Underscore.
Whoa! I didn't know you were into that.
feminine underscore penis.
Into my underscore penis.
It's not gay.
Feminine,
It's bold, italicized, and underscore.
feminine
important.
phallic scorpion.
Okay, so video games. I didn't know I would get a group of 3 men to talk about my penis, but
What?
It's my weekend.
Well, if we were talking about that, we'd be using words like short, stubby.
you said bold, italicized, and underlined.
Pronounced.
Anyway,
At least
video
it wasn't adorable. That'd be an awesome thing to be called.
because I have to go in
Oh.
about 10 minutes, so I'm wondering.
Oh, okay.
Game of the year 2016, go.
2017
None of
sucks,
them.
and hopefully, basically, can it get any worse?
Yeah,
Can it
but
get any
No,
worse?
game of the year 2016.
Oh, me Overwatch.
What is your game of the year?
Overwatch. Maybe Doom.
Okay. One or the other.
out of the ones I've played, it'd probably be the new Pokemon. Actually, I haven't played Doom properly yet.
I have a
so.
lot of criticisms of the new Pokemon.
I
and
think
Apple.
well, of course, everyone hates Apple, but yeah. I
Oh,
really like the
No,
new-
I meant what is Apple's game of the year?
that would be the remover tool.
Well, Doom seems really strong to me. That's like one of the things that comes to mind. It's like in my top 2. I don't quite know what's my like top yet. I'm still
Mine would be
deciding that one.
Digimon Cyber Sleuth, probably followed by Doom. Doom was amazing.
Yeah, I
Yes.
still need to. Once I get this bloody thing working, I'll.
Digimon Cyber Sleuth, though, I put 70 hours into that, and for a game in 2016 that only cost $60 with no DLC, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, I will say the Final Fantasy 15. It's
70
since I-
hours that were also enjoyable.
Yeah. I've so far since I installed it, I think on Wednesday I have pumped into it at least 30 hours already. So
So how'd
this
it go?
guy actually came across this glitch where he got Ruby Light to trigger like infinitely.
how do you do that?
Why would you want
He
to
just
cheat?
came across it.
Nice.
He just came across it. He stumbled across it, and then he killed a giant snake that was like 20 levels higher than him.
Okay, now the only category more important than Game of the Year 2016. Biggest disappointment 2016. Now, keep in mind, this has to be a game you were actually excited for.
Oh, I thought we were talking to people. I was about to say, not that apple.
No, I was going to say, most disappointing game for the year, I don't know, because I didn't buy anything without making sure it'd be something I wanted to buy first.
But was there anything that when it was announced you liked it, and then you started some gameplay and you were like...
I will say that possibly No Man's Sky made me interested first time I saw it, and then I heard nothing about it, and it came out, and everyone was disappointed, and I was like, "Why are you excited?"
That's pretty much
yeah, probably that one, but there's I forget if Street Fighter 5 came out this year.
Are you guys ready for me to make some enemies?
As long as they're not us, then you're good.
No. So I was incredibly disappointed with Overwatch.
Did you buy on the PS4?
Yeah, I didn't buy it on
Did you expect it to have some kind of campaign?
I played it on computer, and it was a lot better, but I don't even think they should have released it on console, honestly.
No,
I think it brings the game experience down.
Well, remember, Team Fortress 2 was released on console as well. I think it was...
Team Fortress 2 is a goofy game that, like, sniping is a lot easier in Team Fortress 2. In Overwatch, it has to be precision-based headshots. Team Fortress 2, you can most people kill them.
The thing about Overwatch is, like, precision headshots, not when you play my style.
But I think the biggest problem with Overwatch on console is that Bastion and Torbjorn are just too powerful because the towers can kill you before your sensitivity allows you to rotate to them.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was always thinking about the console ports. Like, I'm just thinking, wow, Bastion's probably gonna really
that's
be
why,
a major annoyance.
Do you guys remember when they released Overwatch and I said they really need to release some kind of a character that can hack towers?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's funny how you...
And then they did it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, this character...
saying they got you on... Saying they listen to you, they monitor your Twitter feed.
No, Mr. Shikaki's dad works at Blizzard.
The character that came out is specifically for console release. They weren't thinking about PC when they said we need a character that counters towers.
Yeah. Well, no, to be completely honest, there are two versions of Overwatch. One is the console version, as in how they are designed. One's the console version, one's the PC version.
Yeah.
And the console version, they've actually nerfed that turret several times already, and it's still
too good. Well, the problem is just, I think the turret about as fast as a person can rotate.
Yeah.
The turret's stupidly fast when you've got a mouse. It instantly locks onto you, so I can't imagine someone with a controller faring well at all.
That's the thing, and that's why it was my biggest disappointment, because honestly, if you're going to make a game and you make it, because I know they originally made Overwatch on PC, and then they decided to bring it to the consoles. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
If you're making a game for PC, and it's balanced around PC, and then you decide, hey, I should bring this to consoles, take a pretty damn good look and do a lot of playtesting to make sure that that's a good idea.
Well, that's always going to be Blizzard's problem. They're a PC company. So what they're going to do is every patch that comes out on PC at least has a load of public testing first. On the console's not even allowed to do that.
If Blizzard's going to bring a game to console, it should have been Hearthstone.
Well, they already had it on phones.
Yeah, correct.
So, I think they just thought it wouldn't be worth it.
That really invalidated coming onto console.
I guess. I don't know. I guess what they see it is that all right, we already have it on phones and tablets. I mean, and everyone has at least an iPhone or an Android or something like that. Do we really need to release it on a console?
Yeah.
Did they really need to release Overwatch on console?
Well, I don't know.
Money on it. Made a lot of money on it.
That is true.
They did, but the fact that my console experience with Overwatch was so bad means that I'm not even going to buy it on PC. I just traded it in for... I actually got full value out of it because they were doing a whole bunch of bonus deals if you traded it in towards Pokemon.
Oh, you traded it for Pokemon. Nice.
I traded in 4 games at GameStop, and then I had a bunch of these like bonus trade-in deal. So I traded in 4 games, and only 2 of them were new, and I got $150 out of it.
Shit, nice.
I think the guy who was doing it was making a mistake, but I ain't gonna correct him.
God,
I
no.
think he applied a couple of discounts twice.
Fuck no.
I bought.
You go into the
maybe he
shop.
liked your face.
Yeah, and wanted to touch it.
I bought
Did you?
Pokemon
I just think the idea of going into a physical store these days is just icky. Ew.
I mean, free money.
Well, I'll have to take you into one of these days.
I did. It basically, you walk up to the counter, you got this like hipster dipshit standing there, the combination of grease all over his face, thinking that he's too cool because he works in a computer shop.
Now, another question.
Oh,
I'm trying to roll this out because I have to go in about like 5 minutes.
We've got our end of year show coming up. You do know we've got the end of year show coming up, don't you?
The what?
End of year show coming up.
No, but I'll probably be able to catch it because this is my last week at school. But 2016, in terms of video games, better or worse than 2015?
I'd say it's weird.
I would say
worse. A little better.
I'd go
a little better.
I would say strictly better.
Yeah, honestly,
possible imaginable way.
Yeah, I'd say it's better considering some of the games you got this year. Like you had Doom, you had the new Pokemon, you also had Overwatch on PC, and a lot of games that you had some utter shite ones like No Man's Sky.
Well, what even came out in 2015?
If you bought that, you were a fool.
Well, to be fair, people who did buy it...
Actually, interesting story. My friend brought it, and he had it for like 2 weeks. And now he's going to sell it to
There are
this
people on
person.
Twitter who are trying to convince me to get it. They're like, oh, dude, they added a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, cool.
But I'm not...
Did they fix the game from the ground up? No? Okay, I don't want it.
I was speaking to someone
Is it Shaq Fu? No?
Yeah, I was speaking to someone who's basically a bit of a, sort of like elbows in the water, but not quite into the whole gaming thing. And he goes, well, I heard that No Man's Sky had a patch that fixed a lot of the stuff. And I went, no. Who told you that?
I heard that No Man's Sky was better than Civilization 5 with a Brave New World expansion pack.
Yes. Yeah, but
man, okay.
A lot of this can wait till the New Year's show because what we're going to do at the end of the year show is we're going to go through the months and discuss everything. Yes, you will.
Jeez.
God, you guys.
I just want to say,
you think we've been doing secret live streams and not telling you?
Yes. The biggest thing with 2015 was Metal Gear Solid 5 because that came out in 2015, right?
Yeah, it came out towards the end of 2015.
Yeah, I don't really like the Metal Gear Solid franchise. So 2015 was kind of a dud year for me.
Yeah. I did like
all the games that were coming out in 2015 were games I just wasn't interested in.
Didn't Metal Gear Solid basically launch unfinished? It was like KOTOR 2.
Well, Kojima wasn't allowed.
Yeah, they had.
He was basically locked in a cupboard up above the development studio, apparently.
Yeah,
well, the equivalent of one anyway. I mean, Jesus.
But now it's a zombie survival game.
Oh. Don't remind me.
You know that this might have been actually received better if it was like developed by like Treyarch and Activision as like a offshoot of Black Ops. If they had done that, they probably would have been received better.
What they should have done is just try to create a new IP. They had no business putting Metal Gear in a game that doesn't even have Metal Gears in it.
Yeah.
Spoiler, dude. Spoilers.
Right. Oh, sorry. A zombie Metal Gear.
Dumbledore dies.
An enormous Metal Gear that's also an organic, which means it's a zombie as well as a robot.
Yeah, man. Speaking of spoilers, I will say this when it came out for the Final Fantasy 15. If you follow me on Twitter, there was a point where I basically called something as a spoiler, and someone said to me, "Don't be stupid. Not everything follows that logic," and it completely followed up to my logic. So yeah, suck it, nerds.
So in Yu-Gi-Oh, Konami managed to piss off its last fan base.
Oh shit!
This year, we were promised a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh game on PC, a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh game on mobile, and a brand new worldwide launch 3DS Yu-Gi-Oh game that would be completely free.
None of those.
The
happened.
mobile game got delayed to January. The 3DS game isn't coming out. And the brand new PC game is actually a port of a game that came out a year ago on PS4.
Listen, that's just stellar.
Everybody's just like, oh, well, fuck you too. All right, everybody, this has been Mr. Shikaki.
All right, kids, wave goodbye to Mr. Shikaki. He's going to go interfere with some children at school now. Bye, Shikaki.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, stop being gay now.
All right, so here we are with what I wanted to do on the stream. Basically, I wasn't going for a long stream today. I've already got an hour in the back. So, I was... Oh, hello. Hang on.
Hi.
Anyway,
Hi.
no, I just noticed someone just trying to get my attention. What we're going to do for this show is I think we may discuss what we're going to do with this brand new Spinky channel we've got. Artwork incoming, obviously. So, ideas, people. Come on, ideas.
I've got an idea.
Right.
As soon as I get a laptop, right?
Yes.
We could do streams where we talk while we're playing multiplayer games together.
We've had thinking about doing the live streaming games, but some of us has to have a decent enough internet upload to stream the actual game we're playing.
Yep.
Yes.
That is a long-standing problem.
Yeah, and with me,
You still he needs an internet. He needs a broadband. He needs a Wi-Fi extender, basically.
well, more than a Wi-Fi extender now, because it's the fucking Christmas shopping. So the whole area's bandwidth is going down because everyone's doing Christmas shopping.
Wow, that's some pretty bad bandwidth you've got if the Christmas shopping.
It's BT. What the hell do you expect?
Get on Chess Broadband, mate. That's what I use. They're very good.
I'm trying. They don't have that.
All these sound foreign to me. Makes them sound American.
We have Dingle, Wobble, Yankee Doodle.
BT is the British version of.
I heard Yankee Doodle. I like them.
No. Allow me to explain. BT is the British version of Horizon, and suddenly the lights went out.
Apparently, you live somewhere in a slum now.
Wait 1 sec. Yeah.
He's got his house is made out of doors.
Yeah, I know. I realized.
Wait, which is an actual thing. There is a house out there made of doors in America.
No.
You can just mute yourself.
I'll send you the picture later if I can find it.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I'm sure.
What is happening?
It has?
I'm kind of like that he hasn't muted himself because this kind of interesting. Oh, all right.
No, I have muted him for safety's sake. But yeah, over here we have. Apparently, Gamer of Ages lives somewhere in a slum. Or his internet is apparently coming off of this power as his power's come down, and he's got someone yelling at him now. Apparently, but we are going to try to do some game streaming, which will always be a lark when we're doing this brave internet thing. What this is supposed to be is more of a gaming channel, because my other channel was not supposed to be anything, but we just ended up doing streams on it regular, as it was. But it was what we're trying to do now, because I have some stuff that I'd like to upload, because I can't stream, but I can upload small snippets quick enough, so I might do a bit of a review, a bit of a thought, some gameplay stuff of something new that I'm playing, or just do a bit of a let's play of something now and then. We're going to do our weekly live stream, hopefully with a bit of better production, and mosey on as that was. So
neat.
That was the plan. I was hoping Gamer of Ages was here because apparently he's wandered off.
Sorry about that.
There we go.
Yeah, it's a good thing that I'm actually streaming this through my mobile connection rather than through the internet here, because the power went off suddenly and came right back on.
Okay, so you're a brownout. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds.
And then it would have just been me and a guy in a top hat.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, we were just discussing how as things move on, we're going to look more towards, live streaming, doing our weekly streams, obviously.
Yeah.
Having some shows, because we've got a brand new channel to play with to make our own. Obviously, we're going to have to get some artwork
shiny.
properly done. I know not Gamer of Ages, Miss Dr. Evil has offered to do something when he gets some time off, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And basically just some actual computer game stuff. Video, as they say.
Which would be rather nice.
Yeah. Also, we have the end of the year show. When will we do that?
I'd say close to New Year's.
So I'm just wondering, should we do it on New Year's Eve or before then?
Well, I mean, New Year's Eve is going to be different. So I'd say... Well, because I'm wondering about New Year's Eve, so...
Yeah.
Well, there's really kind of the thing we should probably plan off stream.
No, we might as well do it. This is just an open forum for what we're planning to do with this brand new channel. Because I thought we've had this channel sat here, so we might as well put something on it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Trump won.
We did that. We did that on the. That was the last show on the old channel.
Oh
yeah.
All right,
We've done it.
Oh yeah, well, okay. In that case, he gained more votes in the Wisconsin recount, and Hillary lost like over 30,000 votes.
Oh, and there was this snapshot of two articles. Is like Trump was a fool to lose $1 billion, and it's like Hillary's losing.
She lost 1.2
billion.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Yes, but we've got that to talk about on the end of the show, because I said don't want the show to go on too long because I'm fucking shattered. Which is what we.
Why?
Also, we have an earliest start time. Busy weekend, mate. Busy weekend.
Indeed.
Christmas is coming up.
Yes,
also, got a
I've got
a hell of a week ahead of me as well.
I've got to scramble to get more than $15 worth of 5 people's presents. I've got like 15 extra dollars lying around, and I'm going to have to really just cut back for this next paycheck in order to get them all presents.
Yeah, I've sorted my mother, my grandmother, so that just cuts down to a few people now. So
yeah, I've sorted out my Secret Santa for work, and as well as the other presents.
Yeah, people who know me know you get one of 3 things for Christmas: either a present, a card, or me remembering to wish you a Merry Christmas.
So which one will I get?
You'll get a wish to Merry Christmas. Trust me, that's quite high up. It's quite high up. Normally, I don't bother with it. I don't like people in general. Only those that have ventured into my fortress of solitude on the top of my mountain. And that is not an exaggeration. I do live on top of a mountain.
I will have to visit.
I won't tell you which mountain, because then you can tell. I'm not the only one up here, though.
Oh, sounds about right.
I will find you, and I will go hiking with you.
Oh God, no! Because the actual top of the mountain is about 15 miles away.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. But yeah, we're talking about we got to the end of the show. We on the end of the year at the year in review show. Trust me, there'll be a lot of Trump to talk about. Actually, should we do various shows? One show on the year in review of gaming and stuff, and one in the end of politics.
Yeah, we could do like 2 halves in a way.
Yeah, because that means we can splice them up. Because then we don't sort of like end up bleeding into each other.
Pretty much.
And then Mr. Shikaki will be talking over everyone in both.
Have you seen the other podcasts I'm on? This one's a godsend. This podcast, at least I get to string out several sentences without someone immediately interrupting me. It is. The other shows I'm on, it's like 4 people talking over each other, and the first one to like blink loses. So yeah, that's how we've. But that's basically what I wanted to do. I wanted to get this thing working. I've got this new setup so I can still talk through this account while still talking from my specific Google account, so I can have my little image there when we talk. So it's not the under construction. Well, it's currently the under construction sign up. Okay. So we'll have. So for next time, what we'll do is we'll come up with. I will draw up maybe a Google Doc of January to December in video gaming and politics, 2 separate ones, and people can just add in what they want to talk about in that particular month. We can do a long live stream for each one towards the end of the year.
Sounds good.
That sound good, everyone? Everyone here? Yeah. Everyone happy with that?
Well,
Yeah,
Mr. Shikaki is not here, but I'll make sure he's happy.
He's in the planning stages of things, really, is he? Let's be honest about that one. Not in the planning stages. So what we do is we'll get a bunch of people on, we'll have a long live stream, we'll have the one talking about politics, one talking about gaming, and then we'll get nicely sottled as we go. And by the time we get to late August, the show will go completely off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Well, I was going to say I live. Well, everyone knows where pretty much I live.
Dallas, Texas. But if you don't know,
it recently, I think 2 days ago, dropped down to the 20s, which is very unusual for December. Usually we wait until like February for that.
Is that Fahrenheit or what?
Fahrenheit.
Ah, see, we're Celsius over here. To us, that's pretty okay weather.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, because at the moment, I think for the first time ever, it's gone above not minus. It's gone above 4 degrees Celsius over here.
I have to say, it's remarkably mild here.
It's not been here, mate. Oh, top of the mountain, it's been flipping freezing.
Well, of course it's going to be like that in the top of the mountain.
Yeah, we've got some snow up here. We've got a cloud stuck on the top of it at the moment. It's quite impressive.
Well, either way, though, in general, for most of the country, it's kind of mild.
I know. Because I have to come down from occasional for work and collect supplies, or as other people call it, shopping.
Yes, monthly. You assemble a caravan and proceed down the mountain.
Proceeding down the mountain. Okay, so any other terms of business before we end it for today, and we can start this channel fresh, new, sexy, powerful. Not gay at all, man. No homos. No homos.
Not much,
all the
really.
homos.
Okay, we can have all the homos then. Okay, we'll have all the homos.
Yes. All right. Well, I've got nothing. I've got nothing really to talk about except my job, which is kind of personal. So.
Yeah, nothing to talk about. Oh yeah. So I've got nothing to talk. Well, I've got stuff to talk about, but nothing on this stream because the stream was going to. One, I'd like to start the stream slightly earlier if we could.
I'll see.
I'm not so
right,
sure. I'm not so sure about doing the Sundays though, because the Sundays seems to run up against a whole bunch of other streams.
Yeah, it's Saturdays, which will work better.
Yeah, Saturdays I think work best as well.
I'm okay with Saturdays. I'm mostly off then.
Okay, cool. So we can do a Saturday one, and we will have our weekly show, which will be news bits of the week. We'll have a politics section or a gaming section, and we'll probably completely ignore one and just carry on talking about the other, as we normally do. And what about who's good at Let's Plays? Who likes doing Let's Plays?
I haven't tried one.
I've been.
But I can try. I could try.
Yeah, I've got a couple of more. I can do this because I've got a couple up on my old channel, and I'll do some more for other games that we do for this channel. So that's what I believe will conclude this little pre-release DLC. I like to call this this little show.
Wait, here. You're making people pay for this? It has me on it.
No, we're not. No one's paying jack shit for this. This is going to be a work of love. There's going to be no money off of this. Especially because YouTube now demands retention time, and I can't believe anyone wants to spend any time listening to us more than 30 seconds at a go.
Less than 3.
It's painful. It's painful. I know, but we all have to deal with that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the BoilerSide Podcast for this week, the pre-release show. With us earlier was Ogre, who vanished, and we also have Mr. Shikaki, and with me right now, saying goodbye, is Not That Apple, and, of course, with me is Aegis, the game of Aegis.
All right, see ya.
Peace.
Peace.
Have fun.
Unity, love, respect. See you next week. And remember, don't touch the children.